No math. No math. No math. Victory. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the man that puts the word chump in chump block, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mother. So I'm broadcasting to you today, once again, from my secret underground headquarters, someplace north-southwest of the Tropic of Cancer. And I am bringing to you a deck off of Magic.GG's premium mythic list. They don't have names, so I'm currently referring to it as PM for premium mythic Gruulish. The reason why I'm calling it Gruulish is because I see this deck as being a Gruul deck with just every other color in it as well. But it's primarily Gruul. Yeah, because take a look here. Don't pay attention to these two cards or like the vast majority of the lands over here. You know, it's red, green, green, colorless. That's Gruul, right? So anyways, Gruulish. That's what we got going on here. So I saw this deck over on the premium mythic list, and number one what I thought was, how can it put together with so few cards? Just practically nothing, it felt like. I mean, if you take a look at it, it's 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. You know, it's just like I heard one time that somebody said you can play Magic the Gathering by you pick 9 cards. And so 9 times 4 is 36, and then all the rest are just of that 60 is lands, you know, whatever that would be, 24, right? And then that's it. So you got 9 cards of 4 and 24 lands, and that's your deck. And this deck is practically right there. In fact, let's take a look at the lands. 27 lands. That's probably why there's so many lands in it, right? 27 lands. That's why that's a 2 and that's a 9. Because wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like that, yeah. So technically, if we beep this up by 2 and that by 1, we'd be at that 9 times 4 category kind of situation. And I can tell you, when you look at the deck list, it looks like there's practically nothing in it. You just don't see that anymore. You know, you'll always have some stuff you care about that's 4s. You take a lot of stuff down to 3s. You take a lot of stuff, even like the legendary stuff, down to 2 maybe, right? But this thing's got barely anything. I thought, how can we play this? How can we play this? Is this really going to be a good deck? Like, man, it's on the premium mythic list. Let's see how it's going to work. So I got high hopes. You know, I'm interested. I know it's got some great cards in here. But the early bit here, it's like, can we really get up to these levels? So let's take a look at what's in the deck. We'll try to hopefully see how it's supposed to work. And then we'll take it out and actually put it through its paces. At the low end, we have Reckoner Bankbuster. And what this is it's a vehicle for 2, which means you put it out as an artifact. It can't do anything. But after it has so many sickness, if you have a creature out with the power of 3 or greater because of the crew 3, then you could tap it, at which point this thing can come into play as a 4/4. If you have multiple creatures whose powers equal 3 or greater, you could tap those creatures and put this guy out. But what you really want him for is his middle ability there, which is you pay 2. He comes out with 3 charge counters on him. You pay 2 and you tap him to remove 1 charge counter, at which point you draw a card. So really this guy is a card draw engine for you. You want to draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. When your last token removes, you put out a treasure token and a 1/1 colorless pilot token. And the pilot gets an ability, which is they get accrue vehicles that power grade 2 or more. Or 2 more than what their power normally is. Which means, coincidentally, he can power something that requires accrue 3. So this guy can create his own pilot after using him 3 times for card draw. So that's nice that he comes with his own guy. We got the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. When you put him out on the first turn, you get a 2/2 treasure troll. When it attacks, you get a treasure token. On your second turn, you can throw away up to 2 cards. If you do, you can draw that many cards. So you got little bit of being able to help out your hand if you need to. And on the last turn, you get a non-hasty Goblin Shaman 2/2, who you can tap and pay an extra mana to create a copy of another target non-legendary creature that you control, except for it has haste, and you have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, one of the things I liked about this guy that I always forget, I saw someone play it one time, is that you can use this on your opponent's turn. Oh, never mind. You are to after your opponent's end step, you can try to play it or something. I forget. But he put it out early. And I don't know how it worked out. I thought it was something cool like that. I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe I'm misthinking what it is. Never mind. All right, we got Topiary Stomper. And this guy, to me, is a huge disappointment. But in the right deck, he is fantastic. And I hope this is the right deck. Because Topiary Stomper, he costs 3 to put out, right? Great, not too bad. He's a 4/4. You're like, great. He's got Vigilance. You're like, great. And then it says, okay, when he enters the battlefield, you search your library for a basic land, and you put it onto the battlefield tapped. Great! This guy is fantastic. He deserves to be a gold. Then it says, oh yeah, but he can't attack or block unless you control 7 or more lands. Mother effer. I mean, geez, people. So you put this guy out on turn 3. He's going to put out a 4th one. And then you got to sit around for at least 3 more mana to be able to use him to even block with. It is ridiculous. Now, the good news is if you have the Reckoner Bankbuster out, he only requires a crew of 3. This dude's got a 4. So you can get that big old Tyrannosaurus bush inside that tiny little cockpit right there. And then he can sit there and drive it around. As I got my hands right in front of me. He's driving around inside there, a giant T-Rex inside there. But, that's how magic works. All right, we got Burn Down the House. That's probably my favorite card. It's probably, now that Meat Hook's gone, I loved Meat Hook to a certain degree, but man, Burn Down the House, I just love it. Mostly because it feels the way I feel. Just so I need glorious burn down vengeance. And I hope I don't have an inner arsonist in me or something like that. I don't play with fire or anything, but man, I love Burn Down the House. So I love the way that you pay, you pay 5, at which point you can do 5 points of damage to each creature in Planeswalker. Suck it, everyone. Suck it, everyone, right? 5. And if you don't feel like it, you can put it down as 3/1/1 devil tokens that have haste. And when those dudes die, they deal a point of damage to any target. So it's yeah, I'm putting them out. Block, I don't care. I'm still doing 1 point of damage for each of those things. Hopefully 2. We've got Slimefoot Survey, and God, I just can't stand the name on this one. It costs 5. So you got Domain. This is your big Domain card here. Search your library for up to 2 land cards that each have a basic land type. I believe that's everything. No, those aren't basic land types. But all these tri-lands are. That's what you're going after, right? Put them on the battlefield tapped and then shuffle. Then look at X cards of your library, where X is the number of basic land types amongst the lands you control. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library and the rest. Okay, so the big deal here is that you want to look at, you can have as much as 5 cards you could potentially look at. Pick one and put it on top of your library, and the rest go on the bottom of your library in random order. So hopefully you don't put 5 things that are space awesome, and you have to bottom of the deck 4 of them. But hopefully whatever you do pick is more than enough to turn the game in your favor. The good news is that we're paying 5 to get this out, which means that you're getting those 2 lands you're putting out, you're going to have 7 when this is all said and done. You're just going to ramp right from 5 to 7. Suck it, right? Let's see. Here's Leyline Binding. Technically, this is another domain card. What's cool about this is that it's got flash, and that domain says that this spell costs 1 less for each basic land type amongst lands you control. And so this is an exile card. It just exiles some non-land permanent that an opponent controls. Because it costs 6. You're like, 6, man, that's so expensive. I really can't do it. But you put out 1 card, and suddenly it only costs you 5. And you put out another card of a different type, and it only costs you 4. You put out one of these cards, immediately it only costs you 3, right? If that's all you have in play, this only costs you 3 to play. With the deck we're playing, with the amount of tri-lands we got, this guy's going to cost you 1 in no time whatsoever. And with that flash, you'll just be able to pin anything down whenever you want to. We've got the Kami War. So technically, this card by itself makes this into a 5-color Wooburg deck. Wooburg stands for, what is it? White, blue, Wooburg. B is black. I'm doing it wrong. It's white, Wooburg, black, blue, red, green. That's right. I always try to put the blue second, but you skip that. It just goes straight to the black. But anyways, and then you also need colorless. The secret 6th color is the non-color. It's kind of like, what's your hair color? Colorless would be the bald of hair colors there. But the first turn, you exile target non-permanent opponent controls. So, and it doesn't come back. It's not like it pins underneath the Kami War. I think just goes to exile. Number 2, you turn one other target non-permanent to its owner's hand, and then they have to discard a card. So not quite as great as the first one, but still good. And lastly, you get a 6/6 dragon with flying and trample, and he's all colors, all of them. It's such a beautiful look. He looks like a naked mole rat. He's like that weird pink color. Let's see. When he attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard. Return that card to your hand. And then he gets +X/+0 until the turn where X is the mana value of that card. So they're going to be picking non-land cards. They'll be getting I don't know, probably Fable the Mirror Breaker, giving them +3. Topiary, that's +4. If they give you these, it sucks because then you can start burning down the house or throwing out some devils or something. It's all good. We got Herd Migration. So in a domain deck, this is the 3rd domain card here. You're going to put out probably 5. It costs 7 to play. Unfortunately, it doesn't come out any cheaper or anything like that. But you're going to put out 5 3/3 green beasts because you're going to have 5 different mana types out. I know it's Gruul, but yeah, you're going to have 5 basic land types. And so therefore, you'll be able to throw out 5 3/3s. And that is pretty excellent. Right now, people aren't really wiping the board. That isn't in the meta right now. But even if it did, these guys are above 2 for toughness. So there's a lot of stuff that can wipe out up to 2. They might take out 1 or 2 of your guys. You're still going to have a few of them left behind. This is difficult for people to deal with. We got 4 Titan of Industry. It's a single one. One thing that amazes me about this card is it's not legendary because you can put out multiple of these guys. And these guys have everything, right? It costs you 7. They're 7/7 with Reach and Trample. And when they enter the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Or just target player gains 5 life. Or create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature. Or put a shield counter on a target you control. You can pick 2 of those, any 2, whatever you need. So, other than that, we've got basic lands of, of all colors. We got the Kamigawa Green, which does disenchants of things. We got a couple semi-fast dual lands and a truckload, I think every last one of them, of the tri-lands from Streets of New Capenna. Because it's a domain deck, that's what you got to do. So let's see, how is this thing going to work? We are going to draw cards, get ourselves some mana in temporary form, try to ramp up with a little bit of extra lands. So we got some ramp. And this is super ramp, which this puts us in a position to do all of this. We're going to be pinning things down with either Burn Down the House, Leyline Binding, the Kami War, which even though it's 6 mana, is probably not going to be all that hard for you to get to. At which point, then we're going to use Herd Migration and Titan of Industry to come in for the slam. In a pinch, we still got Topiary Stomper, some Treasure Trolls, and a bunch of Devils potentially to hopefully finish the game off just in case these guys get wiped out for some reason. And these guys, after they stop giving you cards, are awesome attackers, provided you have something like the Stomper or these 3 dudes all together. That'd be funny. See all 3 of those devils behind the wheel. You push on the gas. And there you go. Because, none of them are pushing on the brake. They ain't doing that. All right, so that's the deck. Let's take it out and see how well it does. All right, we're playing against MushroomDood. MushroomDood. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm keeping it. Keep. Put out our slow stuff first. I love how Leyline Binding just drops when you get one of these cards out. Still can't pay for it though, but we're super close. He wants to draw a card because he doesn't like what he's got in his hands, apparently. All right, 3. What are we going to get here? Let's go put ourselves out a Mana Goblin. Treasure Troll. So I got 2 ley lines here. Is it really just true of them? Okay, no block. It's fine. Take it. We're ways away from burning down the house, unfortunately. Nope, I kind of like what we got going on here. All right, so what can we do with this? Don't really want to waste it. We could just blow some stuff away. Let's just do this. We'll take out 1 of Nixilis. And then we're done. I could flash in the other one in case things get dangerous. There's a dude. Fast attackers. All right, it's time to lay down the burn. Oh, perfect. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be losing out on my own PPG, but c'est la vie, right? 5 points. All creatures and planeswalkers. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slimefoot Survey should be able to get us up to 7. You got 2 cards in your hand. You can discard up to 2 of them. Thanks, we just got. Okay. Five again. I'm getting dangerously low on mana. It's the problem, but all right. So I put out the Slimefoot. It'll get me where I need to go. Let's just risk it for the biscuit. And what are we looking for next here? Let's go for, I don't know, Leyline Binding sounds fine. All right, so worst case scenario, that's just 2 points, right? Perfect. I'm gonna start hammering out 5s to myself. There we go. Blood Fountain. That thing's like a man land. You gotta be worried about that thing. Always popping a guy back in. No, whatever. I should probably Leyline Bind my way off of that anvil right there. But I can put out another kind of industry. Things will look great. I'm just going to pop in. Trample, trample. Double pow! Alright, let's put in another Titan of Industry. Hard to believe this guy is not legendary. We're going to gain life, and let's destroy an artifact or enchantment. That's the player that needs to get 5 life. Guess what's about to sacrifice itself. Back up to 12. Okay, you can double that up. You can do twice as much damage. Oh, that's not good. You can take out 1 Titan of Industry. He's not going to like the fact that I have a Void. What do I got left here? 5 mana. Let's just send in 1. Next to combat, 1 Titan. Yeah, it's trample, my friend. That's 3 off. Sure, okay, whatever. There you go. Let's see, on his next turn, he's going to be able to throw something away. That's fine with me. You're hoping for something better. He's still looking for something that's going to save him. You can keep doing it. There we go. Draw that card. Here comes number 4. Someone tells me that we are going to see him. Give it up here in a second. There we go. Winner, winner. Victory dinner. And we're playing against the elusive G-Spot. And we've got 4 of the slowest lands in Texas, so let's go ahead and pop that up. That's the dragon guy, right? Alright, let's go to Slowtown. Burn down the house. This Topiary Stomper will be able to get us a land a little bit faster as well. Just got to get to at least 2 greens out of the deal, so let's do that. Put the Topiary out on the next turn. It's not going to do anything to block or attack with, but at least we'll get a little bit of ramp going on. So we have to burn this house down. This looks like he's ran out of mana, though. Topiary Stomper. What do I got here? Let me look at view the battlefield real quick. Sorry. Yeah, looks like we got everything we need, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go for double red. Already got a red out there. Alright, never mind. That's fine. It's 6 for the Kami War, 5 for the burn down the house. This guy's struggling. Alright, 4. Good. Yeah, he's gonna hate my next turn. He's not getting the mana he needs, and that sucks for him. Lots of mana, lots of life though. Alright, burn down the house. And a mana. Alright, we can Kami War it. That'll be fantastic. I choose you. There's the con. There's another land. It's a land, everybody. Here you go ahead and play your guy back out again. Have a good time. You have to discard a card. All right, let's go ahead and beast up. Go to full beast mode. He's got his 4th land. One at a time. All right, Titan of Industry. We're going to get ourselves 5 life and put a shield counter on that creature. All attack. All right, things are looking super good. About time for him to wipe the board. Okay, we can take out the Titan of Industry now. Oh, we took out my one guy. This is going to be kind of fun. Let's go ahead and play it. Exile! No math! No math! No math! Victory! And we're playing against Gargamel. Because he's out there looking for them Smurfs. Alright, we got 2 mana. 2... let's keep it. I bet you can pull a 3rd mana somewhere. We got 2 green. That'll get us into Topiary Stomper, provided that we can pick up another card along the way. We got 2. We got 1 more turn after this one to do it. Come on, we got to pull land on the next turn. That is not a land. Suckerfish. And we're loaded for three tokens. That's the land we're looking for. What are we going to get out of that deal? Another land. I'll tell you, we're going to go for a red just to make sure. What do we got over here? Yeah. We got 2 reds now, so we're good. Oh, I can do that, can't I? Crew up! All attack. There you go. All right, so we're flowing with 4 mana right now, which is a good amount. I'd like to get 6. All right, that's card advantage gone. Well, this guy's just going for it, going for the throat. Ward 1? Yeah, I got 1. That's fine. Auto pay! Let's see what we can draw. Alright, I would like another mana, please. There we go. Burn down the house! More like burn down the ocean. Alright, there's number 6. It's a 7, sorry. There, can I play this? See, I want that to be a land. Let's put this one out. And let's see what else we could draw. There we go. We're looking really good right now. Land to the left, like the Lord intended. He's going to throw down a couple of super dudes. Nope, double lightning strikes. Now right to the face. All right, we're going to herd migration. I still don't have enough mana for it. Well, that's just ridiculous. 1, 2, 3. I don't have enough open to do this. This is not right. All right, let's just, no, I'm not going to do it. Let's pop a dude. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wow, I'm making huge mistakes right now. Discard down. All right, well, what can I do here? I can go for land, but that's the guy. I got 2 of them. I'm going to be greedy. I'm just going to let it go. And we're going to discard this green right there. There we go. Stupid. I could have attacked for 4. I mean, that's the way I lost out on. Yeah, that's who we're worried about. All right, well, I know what we're going to do. We're going to exile. We're going to go a lot like this. Crew up. Put out our land and see what we can draw. Out of play. Okay, we're capable of flashing out whatever we feel like. Take out another one of those things. Don't you be strangling my ladies there. All right, so he's got blue available. Oh, he's got nothing in his hand. We're good. Let's crew it up right there. Let's crew it up right there. Let's let one of the beasts drive. These guys are very smart. All right, we're still packed and ready to go with that treasure right there, the Leyline Binding. You know he's dead next turn, and we win. Smell you later, Gargamel. All right, playing with, I played this guy like yesterday, Ulianis. Oh, that's right, Ulianis, that's what it is. 1, 2. Ooh, we got to pull out a third to get the Stomper, rolled up in there. I mean, we've been good, but we don't have any green. That's our problem. We could stall on this one pretty hard. Revealed my hand. Nothing to take out. I got a lot of Slimefoot Surrey. You're going to get rid of the burn down the house. What you're going to get rid of? Kami War is too expensive. So you're thinking, oh, you got rid of that guy. Well, I wouldn't have been able to play him anyway. I have to build up to at least 5 mana to play something at this point. Oh, 2 cards, huh? Can't play him. Don't have the right mana for it. I'll be down to nothing here in a second. All right, nice. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to play this. Keep the Stomper if it makes me discard something. And they're both gone. All right. We're cool. Let's keep playing lands. I know this deck needs like 6 or 7. All right, so we're going to pull up to 2. 1 and 2. And what are we going to take? We're going to take burn down the house. So I think he's going to put a shoulder it out. He's maybe going to pop out a baby. No, he's just going to zook it up. Alright, so he's pretty reset on the Sorin at this moment. All he can do is draw cards and lose life while doing so. And he's got enough to pop a lot of stuff there. Alright, got him down to 14. All right, Gruul deck provide. Here we go. 3 devils. All attack. Oh, you could have killed one. You could have killed one while you're at it. You're gonna sacrifice your Silex to take out my devils. You just want to kill. You got rabies. Foaming at the mouth, you madman. I can't believe you're doing that. That is a waste. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. I'm doing it. Ah, here comes the hammer. Ow! Here we go. Nothing to pop back. Just let it go. All right, my turn. And we're getting devils! All right. 1, 2. Go for it, my friends. Leave your friend behind. You know, I always play this where I always keep one dude back, and then he just kills it usually. And then marches in and kills me with whatever he's got going on. Race it out. I think he just wants to draw a card. He's willing to pay the life for it. There's 3 life total. You're losing, and I'm down a guy. Alright, so I can Leyline Binding something good here in a bit. So, we're done. Hopefully we can keep the dragon alive. I've had him out a few times, and he always dies at this point. Just like that. You maybe play it. I'm very angry about that situation. There we go. That's very nice. All attack. What's nice about these guys is that usually they don't have as many board wipes nowadays. And they can take out 1 or 2 guys. We still have, like, you know, a bunch left. All right, so he does not care. This guy I could kill, no problem. Do I want to take out that guy? See, if he doesn't, yeah, I'm going to leave it open. Draw your card, Sergio. All attack and we win! Robbed of our bloody victory, but there nonetheless. Touchdown, Lava Bears! Alright, so here we are with Premium Mythic Gruul-ish. Gruul-ish, yep. And it was a fantastic deck. It was fantastic. You know, I can't say that I didn't lose any games. I won the vast majority of them. But even in the games I lost, I mean, I was swinging. And I was about to do some fantastic things. It might have, you know, I lost mostly because I was on the draw. I went second. You know, you do have a strong potential to lose a lot of life before you start getting your wind, right? But, oh man, this deck has so much potential at all times. It is fantastic. You always feel hopeful while you're playing it. Just incredible. So who was the hero of this deck? Man, that is hard to say. I gotta say, I have a lot of respect for Slimefoot's Survey. I really hate the word Slimefoot. I think that the little creature on the side, who I'm assuming is Slimefoot, is dumb. But still, it's the fact that you're going and grabbing 2 lands that you could get out of whatever, and then you get to take some other card and put it on top of your library. That is fantastic. Usually that is when the game turns for you. Number one, because you have to have whatever, 6 mana to be, or 5 mana to be able to play it, which means you're going to have 7 mana at the end when this thing's done. And on the next turn, you're ready to put out anything. Titan of Industry, Herd Migration, the Kami War, Leyline Binding. It doesn't matter. These lands down here allow you to put out Leyline Binding incredibly early. This thing you can play in for 1 mana a ton. So yeah, these cards are great, but yeah, Slimefoot Survey is the thing that makes it all come together. So let's go ahead and give it a rating. The deal is this deck competitive? I'm giving it a firm thumbs up in the competitive way. I got it off of the Platinum Mythic list. It is supposedly a competitive deck. In my play, it feels like a competitive deck. This is a competitive deck. Is it fun? I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun. So what did I like about it? I liked that we sort of ramped up is what it felt like. It was slow at first, but I didn't feel like it was holding me back. Burn Down the House came. It was great. Slimefoot Survey came out, and then suddenly you're into all those other things. The amount of control you have early on doesn't feel bad. The Bankbuster does a great job of going and letting you do, you know, card draw to get your stuff going. So it has a nice like curve to it, plus a ramp. There's just so much great stuff going on here. Lastly, is it interesting? And I would say yes. And the interesting part to me is because I was trying to classify, like, what is this deck? Well, I mean, it has ramp, it has control, it has a little bit of card draw, it has big creatures, it has wide creatures. What else? But, you know, it's mostly, I'm calling it Gruulish because it's red and green, red and green, red and green. The only things that aren't red and green is like Leyline Binding and the Kami War. And yes, you do have 5C, 5-color lands there, but this is mostly a Gruul deck. It just, yeah, at some point, you know, you're in Domain. That's the last thing it's got going for it. Domain. I'm sorry, I left that one out. So yeah, it is an interesting deck where you're playing a lot of different stuff, and it gives you, it is just a nice, beautiful, aggressive deck that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to rate this thing an easy A+. I think this is a fantastic deck. And if you have the opportunity, I would highly recommend that you pick one up. It is so choice. So if you choose to play with this deck, I hope you have as much fun as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.